please save my marriage. Please, God. Ah! God, why would you let this happen to me? God, I'm finished. Ah! God, why would you let this happen to me? God, I'm finished. Ah!
This was how the story of Amara began. Amara lived with her husband, Chibuzo, in a 2-bedroom flat in Surulere, Lagos. One of those buildings where the paint peeled like tired skin, and the stairwell always smelled of frying oil and damp concrete. Their life was simple and warm. Chibuzo sold auto spare parts in Ladipo Market, and Amara ran a small online food business from home, packing jollof rice and peppered chicken into neat white bowls for office workers who missed their mother's cooking. Every morning before the city fully woke, Amara would kneel beside their bed and whisper a short prayer her late mother had taught her. Ancestors who see without eyes, protect what love has built. She did not know that something else was already listening. The plate arrived on a Saturday afternoon, wrapped in white cloth and tied with red thread. Her stepmother, Mama Felicia, brought it herself. Mama Felicia was not a woman who visited often. Since her father died 5 years earlier, she had kept her distance, appearing only during ceremonies or when something needed to be claimed. She was tall, sharp-eyed, and always dressed too neatly, as though disorder offended her spirit. "My daughter," she said, forcing a smile as she handed Amara the bundle. "A wife must use the right vessel to feed her husband. This plate is special." Amara laughed lightly. "Mama, thank you, but we have many plates."
Mama, we have many plates
Mama
in this
Felicia's
house.
smile
Yes,
thinned.
my child, but each one has
"This
its
one
purpose.
is different, from my own mother's things. Promise me you will use it only to serve Chibuzo." Something in her tone stiffened the air. Chibuzo, standing nearby, felt it too, but said nothing. Respect for elders was a fence no one jumped lightly. Amara nodded. "I promise." That night, she washed the plate. It was earthenware, brown, with faint spiral markings etched into the rim, almost like fingerprints circling endlessly. When water touched it, the plate felt unusually cold. The first time she served Chibuzo with it, he ate silently. "This food tastes heavy," he said finally. "Is it bad?" Amara asked, alarmed. "No, just different." He shrugged and finished it anyway. From that night, small things began to shift. Chibuzo started coming home later than usual, his face tight, his eyes restless. He grew irritable over small matters, salt in the soup, noise from the neighbors, Amara's phone ringing too much. And Amara began to dream. In her dreams, she was always washing the plate at a riverbank. No matter how much she scrubbed, dark stains bled back onto its surface. Behind her, someone laughed, a dry, cracking sound, like palm fronds breaking in Harmattan. She woke each time with her heart pounding and the taste of clay in her mouth. One evening, while serving dinner, the plate slipped from her hands and hit the floor. It did not break. Instead, it made a dull sound, like something breathing out.
It didn't break.
Chibuzo stared at it. "Why does that plate never break?" Amara forced a laugh.
The plates did not
Strong
break.
village plate,
It's a
Abi?
strong village plate,
But
Abi.
unease had already entered their home, settling into corners like dust. Soon, Chibuzo began accusing her of things she had not done, hiding money, speaking to other men, disrespecting him. His words cut deep because they came wrapped in certainty. "Something is wrong," Amara whispered one night, crying into her pillow. "This is not my husband." The third week after the plate arrived, an old woman stopped Amara on her way back from the market. Her back was bent like a question mark, her eyes milky with age, but when she spoke, her voice was sharp. "Daughter, the woman said, gripping Amara's wrist. "What vessel feeds the man of your house?" Amara froze. "What?" "Not every plate is empty," the woman continued. "Some are mouths." Before Amara could ask more, the woman released her and melted into the crowd. That night, the power went out again. In the darkness, the plate began to sweat. Amara saw it clearly, beads of moisture forming on its surface, sliding down like tears. The air smelled of damp earth and something metallic. She remembered her late mother's words. When objects behave like people, people are no longer in control. Unable to sleep, she wrapped the plate in a cloth and hid it in the wardrobe. The next morning, Chibuzo was furious. "Where is my plate?" My plate. That was when fear rooted itself fully in her chest. She sought help where help still spoke, at Mama Nkiru's compound in Mushin, an old herbalist known to see beyond skin. Mama Nkiru listened silently as Amara spoke. When she brought out the plate, Mama Nkiru hissed and pushed it away with a broom. "This is not a plate," she said. "This is a tether." She explained that Mama Felicia had bound the plate with envy and blood intention, feeding Chibuzo's spirit to weaken his will, turn his heart against his wife, and draw his destiny towards ruin. "Why?" Amara sobbed. Mama Nkiru's eyes were sad. Some women cannot bear to see peace they did not plant. They prepared a cleansing ritual, but ancestral law demanded confrontation. That evening, Mama Felicia arrived uninvited. "You thought you could hide it," she snapped, her voice no longer sweet. "Ungrateful child." Before she could say more, the ground trembled. The plate cracked, not outward but inward, splitting with a sound like bone breaking. Mama Felicia screamed as shadows wrapped around her feet. The ancestors had come. Her secret spilled like palm oil, years of jealousy, hatred, and a vow made at a crossroads to destroy what Amara had built. By dawn, Mama Felicia was gone, taken by madness that left her wandering, speaking to walls. Chibuzo woke as if from deep sleep, his eyes clear again. When Amara served him breakfast on a plain white plate, he smiled. "Food tastes like home," he said. The plate was buried at a crossroads, sealed with salt and prayer. And from that day, Amara never ignored the whispers of the unseen. Because in Africa, even in cities of concrete and noise, the ancestors still watch, and envy always eats from its own plate in the end.